Hello and welcome, viewers. Today we are going to start the trial and ultimately the review of a product called VitalSleep. This is a sleep apnea snoring reduction mouth guard or dental piece that you wear when you're sleeping to help reduce the effects of sleep apnea and snoring. So, for those of you who don't know, I suffer from sleep apnea, and believe me, my wife can attest to it. The legendary amount of snoring. Not only does this snoring have a tendency to wake myself up at night, but you can sleep for long periods of time and you don't feel rested in the morning. Sometimes you even wake up with a headache, and a lot of this has to do with sleep apnea. And during this process of kind of trying to find different products to work with my sleep apnea, I've tried nasal strips, different kinds of sprays, other mouth guards, very similar to the one we're going to demo here that VitalSleep produces. However, I really want to share with you VitalSleep because it seems to bring a lot of high quality features that I haven't seen before in the other mouth guards that I've demoed. So we'll start here by opening up the package and kind of showing you a little bit about the actual mouthpiece. Very similar to other mouth guards. It comes in a couple of different sizes, but it's I guess, resembles a sports mouth guard in the fact that it's going to have a malleable polymer or plastic inlay, which will under heat will form to your teeth and form a dental impression, and then a heavier duty plastic outside that allows it to hold its shape. The couple of things I've seen about the VitalSleep mouth guard here is I've just started looking at it. As you can see, if I can get my video to focus here, you can actually see they've got a mechanical elevation system in the side of the mouth guard. And it comes with a little Allen wrench, and it will allow you to create a truly custom fit, and it helps prevent some of that dental or mouth discomfort that can occur with using these types of mouth guards. One thing that I've really liked about the VitalSleep mouth guard, just looking at it right now, is its size. It's a relatively small mouth guard, and I know a lot of times with other products that I've used, it can almost be hard to fall asleep in it because your jaw isn't necessarily relaxed. With that, you can see in the center there just a little arrow indicating the top or upper portion. It's important to make sure that this goes in your upper jaw and forms your upper teeth, just because of the way the screw elevators in the side work. Aside from coming with the nice little case here, you can see there's the Allen wrench to adjust the screw up or down. Give you a brief idea of how VitalSleep actually works. I've got a nice little diagram here. Basically pulls your lower jaw forward and helps eliminate that restricted airway here, a little bit lower down in the corner. So with that, of course, you'll need a couple of different things to get this set up, and we'll go through that process in a little bit here. But you'll need, I'm actually kind of limited as I'm traveling right now, but I've got two little bowls of water here, one of which I will heat in the microwave to boiling, and then the other one of which I will use as a cooling to set the mold. So you'll want to heat the hot water to about boiling or a low boil. Place the mouth guard in it for roughly 30 seconds. And you can use a kitchen tongs. In this case, I'm going to use a fork to kind of press it down. This mouth guard does float, so keep that in mind. Once it's submerged for 30 seconds, that'll allow the dental impression plastic, the blue area there, to be soft enough to take the impression of your teeth. You'll then move the mouth guard into the cool water for roughly 3 seconds so you don't burn yourself, and then put it in your mouth to allow the teeth to take the impression. And you'll want to make sure that the up arrow there is according to your upper jaw. With that, once you've taken the impression, you'll then place it back into the cool water and allow it to set, and then it's basically ready for use. The device comes, as you can see with the little blue indicator mark on the side there, comes at the lowest position. So when you first start using it, you'll want to have this set as low as you can. And as you get used to it and kind of evaluate how your snoring is, you'll continue to adjust that mark towards the back and essentially moving your lower jaw forward. You can see the little tick marks in there to help you guide, 3 on each side. You want to move them equally, of course. Make sure you don't cause any issues with your mouth or other pain. With that, I will go through the process here of setting the mold, and then we'll try it for our first night and see how things go. All right, welcome back, folks. We're going to start our process here, putting our mouthpiece in the hot water, and then I'm using my improvised kitchen tongs or just a fork to hold it underneath that water. All I've done so far is microwaved the bowl of water that the mouth guard is in for a couple of minutes to get it to that basically that boiling temperature. You want that water to be relatively warm, and ideally you'd have a little bit larger container than we've got here. So after about 30 seconds, we're going to let go of this guy. It's actually stuck to the bottom of the dish. We'll throw it in the cold water for just a tish, align the arrow up, and then shut the mouthpiece. So you'll be able to tell how hard or soft the mouthpiece is just by the resistance it gives your teeth. Once you've made your impression, you can then place it back in the cool water and allow it to continue to cool. So once you've completed the impressions, you can allow it to set and cool. Don't worry, I found that if you do have any issues with it, initially right away, you can put it back in the hot water and kind of reset it, just making sure that you try and get your teeth to line up in the existing indents. Using the cool water technique, I did find that the impression plastic would actually harden too quickly, going from the hot water to the cool water. And I found that if you just take it out of the hot water, hold it in your hands for roughly 3 seconds, blow off any free liquid to make sure you don't hold that boiling water or hot water up against your mouth, I had a little bit better success. Now that could be just working with the small amount of water that I have. These are, of course, the tools at my disposal currently, but that is just something to kind of keep in mind. It might be a bit easier. And don't worry if it has hardened and you put your try and get your impression in there, you'll feel the resistance in your teeth. It won't move, and you can just simply re-warm it up and then try again. So don't worry about that. That's fairly forgiving. We will now take it and we'll try it tonight when we're sleeping.
So we have been using this for about a week. When I say we, I mean Race, but I figured I would give you the review from the spouse's side of how it helped the snorer and the non-snorer. So you can see the impressions and stuff there. Race has been wearing it for about a week, and it seems like it's made a huge difference. It works a lot better than other products he's tried. It really minimized the snoring. I don't know if there was snoring, just heavy breathing some nights. So it seemed like it really helped, and from what he said, it was a lot more comfortable than other ones, as he maybe mentioned that it's smaller so it doesn't like hold his mouth open, which also means he doesn't drool as much too. So good benefit, win-win, less snoring, less drooling. I'm giving it a thumbs up. I would definitely recommend it. They do have a women's size too, so you can get a regular for men or a smaller one for women, and like I said, you can adjust the size. Race did not have to do that, but he did tinker around with it and said it was fairly easy to do. If you would like to get a discount on this, be sure to check out the link in the video description. We have a special offer for getting I believe 10% off if you follow that link. Just really great product, definitely worth a try, especially since it's a lot cheaper than going in for like a sleep study or some other sleep aids, and has proven to be quite effective. So I would recommend, and if you like this, please leave us a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Thank you so much.